Feel stuck brainstorming for a project or document? Copilot for Whiteboard makes brainstorming easy by suggesting ideas, sorting them into categories, and even generating a clear and concise summary of your notes. I've got the Whiteboard web app open in the Edge browser. That's whiteboard.microsoft.com, but you can also use the Whiteboard app in Teams. I'll select New Whiteboard. Now I've created a new whiteboard, I'll give it a name. So I'll select the default title whiteboard, and in the board name field, I'll select the default title and enter a new one, slogans. Click the check to rename. Now I'd like to generate some slogans for my company. So I'll go down to the toolbar at the bottom and select the Copilot icon. This opens a menu with the options Suggest, Categorize, and Summarize. I'll select Suggest, Ideas and Content. In the Suggest Content with Copilot Compose box, I'll enter a prompt. Suggest slogans for smart home, a housing automation technology brand. Click the Submit button to generate suggestions. And now Copilot has suggested 6 ideas. It always suggests 6 at a time. Things like smart home, the future of living, and automate your life with smart home. However, in the prompt, I've forgotten an important detail, so I'm going to select the Edit option. This takes me back to the prompt, which I am going to change to Suggest Slogans for Smart Home, a green housing automation technology brand, and again select Submit or Generate Suggestions to update these ideas. Now we've got slogans like Simplify Your Life, Save the Planet. We can remove an idea by clicking the X icon to the right of a suggestion. And if you want to add new ideas, select Generate More, and Copilot will generate 6 more ideas. Now I'll select Insert to insert these 11 notes onto the whiteboard. You'll notice in a toolbar above the selection of notes, we've got the Categorize option. Before categorizing these ideas, I'd like to come up with a few more ideas. So I can select a note I like and ask Copilot to come up with similar ones. I can see a note that says a green home, a smart home. I'll double click this note to select it, and in the toolbar below this selection, I'll select Suggest. Now Copilot comes up with 6 more ideas. I'll select Insert to add them all. Again, above the selection of notes, you'll see the option to categorize them in the toolbar. To categorize all of these notes, I need to zoom out to get them all in view. So I'll click the Zoom Out button a couple times in the bottom right corner. Now I've got all the notes in view, and I'll click the Copilot icon, then select Categorize Notes in View. I'll click and drag the whiteboard to scroll down, and I can see a prompt asking me to confirm, so I'll select Categorize to group these notes into categories. Let's use the zoom tool in the bottom right to zoom in a bit. And I can see it suggested categories like sustainable automation, efficient living, and green home. Again, I'll click and drag up on the screen to scroll down. And now I've got options to keep it, revert to remove the categories, or regenerate to come up with a new grouping. I'll select keep it, and now the notes have been categorized. Finally, I can ask Copilot to come up with a summary. So I'll select the Copilot icon, then select Summarize Note Content. Copilot now inserts a summary in the form of a loop component. Again, I can zoom in to get a better look. Scroll down and either select Discard to remove or select Keep it. I'll select Keep it, and scrolling back up, in the top right corner of the loop component, I've got options to copy it in case I want to add it, for example, to an email, or to see who has access, where I can share it with others. Now you've seen how to generate ideas with Copilot in White.